Let's talk a little more about low back issues. So when somebody comes to me with just general sort of low back pain or achiness, that's not caused by an accident or an injury or a specific event, most likely it's caused by years of just general repetitive stress, less than optimal movement patterning, etc. Couple things we look for right off the bat. So one of them I've covered recently in some other videos, basically waking up the intrinsic core, that being, the transversus abdominis, the deep hip flexors, the pelvic floor, the diaphragm, waking that up so that it's sort of doing its job of stabilizing the low back. So I don't want to say that it's a weak core is a problem. It's more that the core is the true deep core is not probably stepping up and doing what it actually can do, but it's kind of forgotten how. So that's one thing that we do. And again, I've covered that recently in videos where we actually work in the belly itself. Sometimes work also in the sacrum. Today, I'm going to show you another really common cause of low back pain and what you can kind of do really quickly and easily, really in any environment to kind of tackle that. And that is tight hamstrings. So a lot of times people are surprised when they come to me for low back pain and we start doing work in the pelvis and the legs. Understandably surprised because you wouldn't really think that, right? But it's actually a very logical explanation. So the hamstrings begin on the sits bones on the bottom of the pelvis, and then they go down the leg. So if the hamstrings are tight, if they're adhered to surrounding muscles, what they're going to do is actually pull your pelvis down. So what that looks like, so your hamstrings start right up here on these pelvic bones. Commonly call them the sit bone. They're actually called your ischial tuberosities. These things here. So they start there, travel down the leg. If they're tight, what they're going to do is they're going to pull your pelvis down this way, right? So they start to pull it forward to where now you have to kind of walk around like this or compensate in very strange ways. So one of the best things that we can do to kind of relieve that pressure on the low back is release the hamstrings from those sits bones. And there's a really easy way to do it. There's lots of ways to do it, but I'm going to show you right now a particularly adaptable, easy thing that you can do in any environment. You can do this at work, you can do this in the car, you can do this while you're watching TV, etc. It's going to require a black yamana ball, or it could be one of the other small balls, the navy ball or the sea glass ball. One of these you can see here. For fun, I'm going to go with the sea glass ball today. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it right under that sit bone, just like we were looking at there. And you're going to, so you'll be kind of crooked, kind of lopsided, right? So my other hip is resting on the surface of my bench. So I can feel both my sit bones dropping, but my left one is lifted up. So I'm going to sit there for a minute and, just feel your weight, feel your breath. Eventually, you're going to reach back and actually grab your glute muscle, grab your whole butt cheek, essentially, right? You're going to pull it up and back. And you're going to be exposing that sit bone so that the ball can actually get to the bone and start to peel that hamstring tendon off of that origin point. So you're going to hold that up and then kind of move forward and back on it. And you're trying to knead free the attachment points, right? The places where there might be a little extra gunk adhering to the bone. So you can go side to side, you can go front to back. You can circle the whole thing, but you're really going to want to focus on the front because that's where those muscles begin. So you do that on both sides. Obviously, you're never going to do just one side. And then you can start to play if you're really getting into it, you can bring the ball down the leg. But the focus here is freeing up those hamstring muscles, those tendons right here, letting them kind of loosen so that then the rest of the hamstring can just, gently kind of cascade down the back of the thigh. And this will actually start to alleviate low back pain if your low back pain is caused by tight hamstrings.